Welcome to this week's What Women Binge. Always singing. I feel like we just need to sing.
I don't know what to sing. We need a theme song.
I know. Well, we have one, but we just don't know it.
But it's just like music.
It's just music.
There's no word.
That my husband wrote, which was so cute of him.
It is so good.
Because it's very Clarissa-esque.
It is. It fits you.
Yeah.
Fits us.
It does. It fits us. It does in all our bright colors. Look at your pink again today.
Well, I felt like it's officially fall now, and I needed to break out my fall pants.
You're in the sweaters. I'm hanging with the t-shirt one last time.
Well, it's 90-something degrees outside today, so...
It is hot. It's going to be back and forth for a while,
I put it on for this, and I will be taking it off before I leave because, the sweat.
One of our friends who knows the Farmer's Almanac very well told me that it's going to be a very cold winter. We're expecting a lot of snow.
I don't know. I'm a forecaster. I should know, but I'm in denial that we're heading towards winter at all.
I saw one tree that was red today, and I was like, oh, no.
Okay, I love fall. I love fall.
See, now?
But here, it never lasts very long. So you get like maybe 2 weeks of actual fall here. And then
what do they call it? False fall or false? Isn't there and then summer comes back?
Yes.
Or some sort of false
Last
fall
week was
thing,
really
fall
fake fall.
spring. Yeah, and then everything goes back, shifts back and forth a lot.
That's why I tell people, never buy your mums. I've seen all of these people putting out their mums and pumpkins. I'm like, okay, you're going to have a whole lot of rot on your hands in a few days.
Because it's too hot for them?
It's too hot. They'll just shrivel up and die.
Interesting. I always wait. I always buy the last of the mums. Because I'm always like, I don't want them. I don't want them.
I want them to last
until
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Give me my pumpkins and mums.
That's fall. Fall is, for me, fall starts a week before Halloween and ends the day of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because Christmas starts, technically the Christmas decorations are up the week before Thanksgiving.
Really?
But, because normally we're celebrating some kind of a Christmas at Thanksgiving with some part of the family.
Well, your family's
His family or my family.
That makes sense.
That's when we exchange gifts with one side of the family, whoever we're spending it with. Oh, by the way, do you like all my little word bracelets? These were all from fans it's got...
A 90s con?
Yeah, 90s con.
How fun.
One says, what would Sabrina do? One says, a 90s con. One says, drive me crazy. And one says, keep dreaming.
Cute.
Yeah, these were some gifts so I thought I'd keep them around.
That.
Wear them
Speaking
on the pot.
of signs or words and things, have you seen that Rose Pepper put up a Clarissa never explained any of this sign?
Oh, yeah. So this is a Mexican restaurant here in Nashville.
In East Nashville, yeah.
So what's funny is one of our friends sent me a text that was like, did you see this? And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go. And she goes, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, no, I don't mean now. I don't mean right now. She was like, coming to get me. And I was like, no, wait. I'm actually out at dinner. We'll do this another time, but we haven't done it yet.
I don't know how long they leave the signs up, but we should go.
I got to go. We got to do a drive-by.
I think we have to.
Sometime soon. Maybe tomorrow.
We have to get your picture in front of it.
Yeah, it'll be fun to be like, I know. I never said I did. Speaking of people explaining things, our good friend Danica McKellar.
Yes.
I just told her, I was like, we have to do some kind of podcast, YouTube channel, something where it's Danica explains it all to Melissa. She is the cutest thing.
That is brilliant.
When it comes to anything I ask her, she will send me a video explaining it. And
Are you serious?
I mean, she's such a teacher, right? She's a math.
She is.
For those that don't know,
she's a genius. Literal genius.
She has workbooks for math. She's math teaching books. She is such a teacher. So if she finds out something, and she's also a student. She likes to learn and stuff. Mm-hmm. But when there's something she knows and she wants to share it with you, she will send you a video.
That's so cool.
She has sent me the cutest videos that I will never share with anyone.
Appreciate that so much, though, that someone would take the time to thoroughly explain.
She did face yoga for me. She showed me her face yoga routine. I mean, it's like a 30-minute video.
I'm sorry. Explain.
Face yoga. So it's these ones where you hold down your neck and you put your chin out and you roll your lip and then you try to touch your tongue to your nose and then you do something like neck. You do this. So sometimes I do it in the car. She also told me to lift your lower eyelids up, kind of almost like Kegels.
You can do it. You can move it.
Yeah, I've gotten better at it because that's the one I remember.
I don't think I could do that.
I haven't memorized the other ones. I have to watch her video.
Am I doing it?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, only wait. You're more doing your upper eyelids.
Yeah, I don't know how to control them
just
separately.
Lift the lowers. Just very gently lift the lower eyelids. Build that little muscle in there.
So does she not get Botox or anything?
I don't think she's ever had it.
Shut up.
I don't know for sure, but I don't think so.
I'm about to change my life. Can you ask her to send me that video?
Also, apparently, I don't know where my eyebrows are because she's like, put your hand by your eyebrow. She's like, no lower. Melissa, you're in the middle of your forehead. You got to go down. I'm like, okay, I don't know where my eyebrows are, apparently.
I'm texting her right now and asking her to send me the face yoga video.
But she also taught me how to use a pressure cooker. And she's very specific about make sure the little button goes down before you open the top.
Oh, yeah.
And super cute about.
like the Instapot?
Yeah, so she taught me how to, well, yeah, I guess it's an Instant Pot. But yeah, I know it's a pressure cooker because I have a crock pot. Is that the same thing?
No, the pressure cooker is very different.
Okay, so I shouldn't put this in the crock pot.
Well, some of them have a slow cook feature.
Okay.
Sometimes they can be both.
Well, this is definitely pressurized. She told me to she made me help me make a salsa chicken.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, girly. Mel says you have a video on face yoga. Can you send it to me?
She'll probably be like, oh. I want to do like a YouTube channel or something where Danica explains it all to me because she's really good at it. Maybe she can explain like third grade math to me because I can't understand that.
Let's see if I get it. She may be like, I'm sorry, that was for Melissa only.
Yeah. Well,
so are you seeing a difference with the face yoga?
Well, I haven't really been that good at it. I have to do it more. Only the lower eyelids is the one I've got
here's
nailed.
A new subject. You weren't privy to this, but so this weekend we had our friend Hillary's Bachelorette, which you planned.
It was technically a birthlorette.
Well, yes.
Because she just turned 40.
And it was awesome. You did an incredible job planning it. It was spectacular. And I know she felt so loved and celebrated, but it was so cool. We went on this thing called Hell on Wheels, which is like a tank. You'd done
it's like
it for
an army
your birthday.
truck. Yeah, it's a big old army truck.
And it's run by veterans.
Yeah. Young, cute veterans that
they
are
were
like
cute.
your bartender and your DJ.
And they were so sweet to us and made us feel so safe, which, can I be honest, Nashville is obviously like a bachelorette town. I know it's a destination now. But when you go in some of those honky-tonks or you go down on Broadway, like I can't say that I feel the safest.
No, I have to say, okay, I've been to Vegas. I lived in New York, Times Square. I have never seen so many drunk people on the road puking.
Yeah.
Not able to get up. Like one big guy couldn't get it. 4 of his friends were trying to lift him. Remember that?
Yes.
Then there were snakes. Someone was putting like all these like Britney Spears snakes.
And then, but in general, real snakes were there.
Real snakes were there. And then and then you had there was one girl that this guy was like carrying her off. I was like, is that okay? Like, just watch. This one girl was puking in front of the street meat cart. We got to get out of here.
And then, in general,
to downplay Nashville. No, it is a beautiful town.
But in general, I felt like the Hell on Wheels situation is perfect for the Bachelorettes because I felt so safe. Mm-hmm. Like, not only did those guys, like, they had our best interest at heart, like, they wanted to make it a fun time for us.
They play the music.
But when we stopped to go to the bathroom, they walked us through the crowds. They escorted us.
It's like a line leader and a line follower, whatever they are at school, like one at the front, one at the back, and they keep track of everybody.
And it's a BYOB situation, so we provided like our own drinks and they were canned, so there was no fear of
excuse me, mine was a
pouch,
a Capri Sun, basically, but with vodka cranberry. It was fantastic, except I felt really silly sucking on that straw.
Really?
Blasting Shania Twain going down the road in Nashville. I'm like, I live here and I'm 47. Hi. Here I am with my little pouch of vodka.
But in general, I feel like for women who are doing that kind of event on their own, to feel safe and not worry about what's in your drink or somebody, messing with you
brought it yourself,
coming up on you.
Popping it open. Yeah. And
it was great.
The great thing about it is like, what I loved about it is, especially at our age, like if you're young and single and you want to meet guys or you don't mind dancing with some strangers, that's great.
Then
but
fine.
I love this. It's like your own dance floor.
Yes, and it's just your girlfriends.
And it's just your girls. No one's by the way, like I've been to bachelorette parties where it's like, let's get everybody over here. Like everybody stay together. Anyone that doesn't want to commit adultery, get in the house. Like that kind of thing.
I've not been to that kind of bachelorette
I've been to one
party.
where it was like, the quote of the week was, anyone that doesn't want to commit adultery, get on the elevator. So, people are wandering off or like, someone's drunk or did
That's
so-and-so
not at all like our crowd, by the way.
My 40th birthday party in Punta Cana, we left a friend in the bathroom. Like we left the bar and forgot she had gone to the bathroom.
It's
my fault. She had told me she was going to the bathroom and then someone else came over and was like, should we leave? I don't think this is great. Let's get out of here. And we left and she was like, where'd everyone go?
Oh no.
Yeah, totally my fault. But like, things like that happen when you're out with a group and especially a group of girls and, you're in a strange place or whatever. But those guys, like having that truck, you have your own private dance floor. You can do whatever you want. You can sit down if you want. You can just stand there and giggle. You can just shake your hips if you want, or you can get down.
It was really fun. And honestly, it's one of those things that all of us who are local to Nashville are like, we would never do that.
You drive by them and you're like, get the
You're
party
like,
bus
oh
out
my
of my
gosh,
way. Yeah.
How many of these can there be? And then I got on one and I had to eat my words because I really enjoyed it.
You know, a few of our other friends said the same. They were like, I didn't think this was going to be this much fun, but this was a blast.
Was really, and I would do it again.
Totally.
And here's the thing. I never had a bachelorette party, but I've been to a few now. And this one was by far my favorite.
It's great. I did it for my 46th birthday party, the same thing, which, you know, at 46, like, you know, you don't want to be like pushing your way through a honky-tonk trying to save space, get that guy out of here, elbow this one, that girl just hit me in the face. Like, you know, you want to be like just having a good time and then like go hit a bar, go have a nice dinner, go, you know, whatever. And so it was great.
It was fantastic. I was totally going here with a point for what we were talking about.
Hell on Wheels?
No, before that. What were we talking about before The Bachelorette that led me into this to change the subject?
I don't remember.
There were bracelets. It was 90s con. There were words.
Words, bachelorettes, parties. We did want to talk about Britney Spears today and her scary knife story, but we haven't gotten to that yet.
I don't know.
You'll come back to it. You'll come back to it.
Anyways, it was awesome time. I really did not expect to enjoy that as much as I did.
Hell on Wheels, people. It's called Party with a Purpose. Well, one of their like hashtag is Party with a Purpose.
And they support all these organizations for veterans.
Part of the profits goes to veterans.
They help provide housing, mental health
We were on
services.
another Hell on Wheels truck pulled up next to us with women dressed.
Oh, as old ladies.
And then man, were they into it. They were using their walkers and their canes. Even like on the bathroom break, they were like using the walkers.
And then the one jumped on the light pole.
Oh, and did like a whole pole
that
dance.
Was hilarious.
That was hilarious. As she was on her way back to
they
the
had
truck.
these like old woman wigs.
Yeah,
and
we
the
pulled up next to
glasses.
this other truck and we all took a bathroom break at the same time and we watched them go back to their truck. It was hilarious. They were a little bit younger than us, I think. But
much younger than
I kept asking them, I was like, whose birthday is it? Are you guys celebrating 30th or 40th? Or because you look young. And they were like, actually, it's a bachelorette party. I was like, that's a weird, but like a bachelorette party where because my sister's been to a birthday party where it was like dressed like an old timer.
I think it's hilarious.
It's really funny.
Have you seen the one going around the internet where they all dressed in like colonial clothes?
No.
Like, and it's so funny because it's like her last Declaration of Independence. And so they're all in like the triangle hats.
That's a long way to go for that joke.
Like wigs, powdered wigs, the whole
I don't think
thing.
I would like that.
That's hilarious.
I don't think I would like that though. That's a long way to go for a joke.
We did sequins and sneakers, which I thought was great.
That was
because we were
I should have
comfortable.
hashtagged that on my picture. Sneakers and sequins.
The weather was perfect.
It was because it was just cool enough that we were sweaty dancing, but not too sweaty, and it wasn't cold. We were like able to warm up just enough with the dancing.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. It was really a perfect night, and it was really fun, and we celebrated our friend.
That being said, when you're planning your bachelorette trip to Nashville, we're now your experts.
Yeah, but check out Hell on Wheels for sure.
Yes, definitely do Hell on Wheels.
Now I'm trying to plan homecoming for my son. Well, both of them, but Mason's always been really easygoing. Mason's always like, I need a pair of pants and a white button down, or whatever. Last year he wanted to wear a black shirt with black pants, and so that was easy. I think he wore black jeans, and I got him a black shirt, and he put on a nice belt that he already had. Brady is a different beast. My middle one loves to dress nice, and he has some expensive taste. So we had to go to Hugo Boss the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. We tried out. Well, actually, we went to Banana Republic, but the Banana Republic people didn't have what we wanted, so they suggested Hugo Boss. And I'd never really been to Hugo Boss before, so I went in there. It was a little pricey, but I got him a nice white button-down shirt from there, but then we got him like a J. Crew pair of pants.
That's good.
I was like, you don't need expensive, but there were some really nice shoes there. But they actually suggested we go next door to Johnston & Murphy for a cheaper version of their shoes.
Yes.
Which was really nice.
And
Everyone was
forever.
Like, it felt like, what's the movie? Oh, in Miracle on 34th Street, how Macy's starts telling everybody to go to Pringles or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of the store. But anyway, they're like, go across the street, they might have it, or, so sending people to other stores. I thought that was really cool within the mall to be like, well, if you want that, go here, instead of being like, well, buy our stuff.
Right.
So anyway, so it was really nice. And he's got 2 proms to go to, homecomings. So, they're doing this whole thing. Did I already tell you this?
He's going to his and the other girls.
And the girl, they go to a different school. Ooh. So they go to different schools. So he's going to hers this weekend. So he wants to wear a white shirt with gray pants. Now he wants a nice belt and nice shoes, but he might just rock some really cool Jordans. Oh, he's trying to convince me he needs new Jordans. This kid has a collection of shoes that's lit up with LEDs in shoe cases next to his bed. This kid does not need another pair of Jordans. So I'm trying to convince him he's got enough Jordans for this. And then some of our friends that are helping plan it are like trying to get a limo, kind of like what we had for the bachelorette party. We had this giant bus-like limo.
Which was really nice.
And so we're trying to get that for them. But I'm like, well, that's... Oh, you remember what you're going to say?
I remember.
Go for it.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
We'll pause the homecoming.
Pause. We're coming back to homecoming. So we were talking about the face yoga.
Oh, yeah.
So on the trip back on the bus, one of the ladies talked about this whole thing that there's like this health phenomenon now where you sun your undercarriage.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
And she like showed us the move you have to do.
Wait, what? Sorry. I probably just blew out the microphone. Wait, what? I wasn't in the ride home.
You were
guys.
not on the ride home. You
to
Ubered
my own
home.
house instead of, because I get nauseous in these big long limos.
Well, it was very enlightening, to say the least.
Wait, what?
She sent me the link.
Why do you have to do that? Like, what is there a purpose?
There's apparently tons of health benefits
to sunning your perineum.
Not just that.
Your taint.
Your entire.
You're in between your nether region. Your undercarriage, as you said. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Good to know.
So there's like a certain position you get in it and you have to sun it for 10 minutes at a time.
What?
I was like, how? Okay. I just need to know because she's got children. She's at home. Like she's a normal mom, lives in a normal neighborhood. I'm like, how do you go about this?
So I know like a landscaper who supposedly is afraid to go to another house because they're afraid of that the wife always suntans naked outside. And so they're afraid to go to that house, like do the landscaping. And I was thinking about that the other day and I was like, I could not suntan. I'm so afraid of, I don't know, drones, neighbors, nosy kids.
There are helicopters around Nashville. I mean, I don't live that far from downtown, so there's like things that fly over my house all the time.
Yeah,
not to mention I've got neighbors on each side.
Yeah,
that there couldn't be enough privacy in the world for me to get naked in my backyard.
I'm afraid to be naked in my bedroom.
Yeah,
like, I want to be naked in the bathroom only, with the drapes closed. Like, you know what I mean? Like. I'm so worried I've always been like,
I guess in order to do this, we're going to have to like get a sun lamp or like build a little shelter.
Wait till the sun comes in at the right angle in your bedroom and just kind of like quick throw your knees over your head.
I mean, that's really what you have to do.
I want to know.
That's so really weird. The position.
Oh, speaking of like little beauty secrets, 2 things that everyone needs to do. I think we've talked about this before, but now I know it's super crucial because I have a friend who has a blocked eye duct or eyelash duct.
Mm-hmm.
So
she gets styes a lot.
And this is something Danica and I were talking about yesterday because I was talking about using coconut oil on your face as like an oil cover after you moisturizer.
Did she text me back?
But if you use that, Danica had said that you can get, because it's a food-based thing, it can rot out hair follicles. So don't use coconut oil on hair follicles, like your eyelashes. And I was like, that made me think of my friend last week who has a blocked eyelash duct, which then swelled up her whole eye. And so I said, have you tried using baby shampoo? And she goes, oh my gosh, that's what the doctor has me do, putting it on a Q-tip and putting it. But I use baby shampoo. I just have a little bottle of it. And once a week, I put a little on my fingers. I was told to do this by an eye doctor because if you get a lot of oil buildup from makeup and whatnot, or makeup removers, or if you're using oils on your face, this helps get rid of the oils around your eyelashes. So it helps, but you should probably I guess I should be doing it in my eyebrows too, to kind of like get the oils off. But then the other trick is from a dermatologist who said that like if you're worried about like your toes getting like a fungus, you can use Vicks Vapor Rub. Like I keep it next to the bed at night. I'll moisturize my feet, put a little Vicks Vapor Rub on my toenails, and sleep with little socks on until it gets too hot.
I cannot sleep with socks on.
Well, I do it for like the first hour or two, and in the middle of the night I get hot and
I will suffocate.
Just do it for an hour. Like put your hands in some. I always use like cotton socks on my hands too. Saturate the hands.
So you're like
and the feet. And lay there and watch
turning
TV.
Yourself into a seal before bed.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, oh, did you see that Time magazine article about the dude? Who's this like billionaire dude who's trying to reverse time?
Oh, you sent me that.
What
the
is
guy
that
who
guy?
puts the thing on his?
He puts. That's the part you remember, of course.
Who doesn't remember that? It's so weird.
Wait, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
He has one thing in his bedroom.
He has. So there's different things he's doing for, and that's the only thing in the Twitter
Brian
article.
Johnson, an appropriate name.
His name's Brian Johnson. I know a lot of Brian Johnsons. That's weird. But so this guy apparently is trying to like trick or age in reverse. He's trying to Benjamin Button it. And he is one of the things that they talk about in just the Instagram post. I haven't read the Time article, but he makes sure his bedroom has absolutely no devices, no TV, no books, nothing except, I think, a lamp, a rug on the floor or something like that. But then he sleeps with this face thingy over there's a picture of him with
LED like cage.
Huge, I think it's an infrared like light. So it like reverses
like red
his
light
collagen.
therapy.
Red light, yeah. So he does like the red light therapy thing over his face. So he has to sleep with the little goggles on his eyeballs.
Can you imagine?
Like how uncomfortable
is that? And then he
like
puts something on his head. I guess that's the gauge on your biological
You're
age.
young. Yeah. But then again, you can just come to BFT, Mark's, my husband's gym.
Right. I'm pretty
and do
sure
the
blood
evil.
work can tell you more than...
But an evil, like one of those machines you stand on and it sends the pulses through you, it can tell you things without having to put a ring on your penis, guys.
We don't do that at BFT, though.
Wait. Let me clarify. We don't put anything on your penis at BFT. You hold the handles and stand on a scale with bare feet. And that's all you have to do, peeps.
I know. So, yeah, I think that guy's wackadoo.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
But
it's too much work. I'm
your
sorry.
body is designed to age.
Yes.
Like, you're not supposed to go backwards.
Yeah, my kids are making fun of me for needing glasses all the time now. And I'm like, guys, this is what happens. It's okay.
Like, I understand staying fit and healthy, but like literally trying to reverse your age, I feel like you're going to do so much more damage.
You're going to do more damage. And here's the thing, like about like wrinkles and whatnot too. It's like you're supposed to earn those from smiling or frowning too much. So let's just make it smiling. Let's like keep the
I'm all
smiling
about
wrinkles.
my Botox and filler, but I also fully intend to age gracefully.
I mean, if we don't, what do we teach our kids
look my
too?
age.
Yeah, and like our kids, well then, like I've heard so many kids like so afraid of aging. Like I've seen like 22-year-olds get like face injections. Like, and I'm not just talking about a little bit of Botox here and there as a preventative. I'm talking about like filler
Full on.
cheeks and chins and
the lips really got out of control for a while for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I just found out that lip filler. That any filler travels and stays.
Can.
I didn't know that. Apparently,
It doesn't stay. It all dissolves eventually.
that's not what I'm hearing.
Well, unless you got like the old fashioned like.
I don't know. I did it like last year. I did it for the second or maybe third time for my upper lip. I've only done it once on my lower lip, and I had a makeup artist tell me it's starting to droop on my lower lip, making me look frowny here. So now I highlight here to try to get rid of that. I can feel it. There's like a little something there. And then upper lip, apparently it's traveling up towards my nose, and I have to get it zapped.
I will say I have done lip filler. I think I've done it 3 times now. It stays for a long time for me, so I don't have to do it very often. But the last time I had it was like too much for me. So I had a lot of it dissolved.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable, but honestly, it doesn't hurt any worse than getting
I don't want to dissolve something in my face that I thought was... Well, I just wanted a little bit of a line. Like, as I've gotten older, I've lost a little bit of
the volume.
definition in my upper lip. Yeah, and
That's
I just
all
wanted
I
a
want
line.
Too. It's just the outline.
Yeah, and I built she built me like a tiny little line there, but it starts to travel up. I did not know that. Crazy.
Always.
Hey, and you're in your 30s. Take it easy, okay? I feel like these things are for like 40s and up.
Oh.
I'm sure 50-year-olds are like, nope, wait till you're 50.
No, I'm sure 50-year-olds are like, start at 27.
Maybe. Wait, can we get into a little bit of a, I want to talk about a few.
Oh, wait, before.
Hey, Amanda, did you know that 60% of our bodies are made out of water?
I did know that.
So if you're like me, you probably don't trust your tap water, and you might want to find another solution. And you know what that is?
What is it?
It's AquaTrue.
Oh.
Having safe, clean water is the last thing you want to worry about. But unfortunately, according to extensive research by the Environmental Working Group, 3 out of 4 homes in America have harmful contaminants in its tap water.
And we obviously want our kids to grow up strong and healthy.
Yes, and being hydrated is super important to me.
Especially in these hot months here.
Yeah, we're still in a heat wave here, and we got a few more ahead of us. And I mean, you want the kids to be healthy. You want to stay hydrated. I work out a lot. You work out a lot. We sweat a lot. You want to stay hydrated, and it's super important. That's why you got to check out AquaTrue. AquaTrue purifiers use a 4-stage reverse osmosis purification process, and their countertop purifiers work with no installation or plumbing.
They have water purifiers to fit every type of home, from installation-free, like you said, countertop purifiers to higher capacity under sink options. They even have a Wi-Fi connected purifier with a mineral boost option.
Yeah, AquaTrue removes 15 times more contaminants than ordinary pitcher filters and are specifically designed to combat chemicals like PFAS in your water supply.
That's so interesting. And the filters are affordable. They last a long time. There's no changing them every 2 to 3 months. The AquaTrue filters last from 6 months to 2 years.
That's a good amount of time. I love that. Just one set of filters from their classic purifier makes the equivalent of 4,500 bottles of water. That's less than 3 cents a bottle. Plus, you'll save the environment from tons of plastic waste, which I love.
Yes, I do.
Well, AquaTrue comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and even makes a great gift. So today, our listeners will receive 20% off any AquaTrue purifier. Just go to aquatrue.com. That's AQUATRU.com and enter code WWB at checkout.
That's right. 20% off any AquaTrue water purifier when you go to aquatrue.com and use the code WWB.
Thank you, AquaTrue, for being a sponsor of What Women Binge.
Go back to Homecoming.
Homecoming. So he has to have 2 outfits. He's going to go white with gray for the first one. He wants to go black on black for the second one based on what she's wearing, which I think is adorable. They're actually like matched. They're coordinating, which is so cute.
Adorable.
But when they asked each other, this is the whole thing with signs.
Yes, right? The Hoko proposal.
All different Hoko proposal signs now. I think they started that with prom a few years ago. Yeah. And it's all probably because of social media, to be
think
honest.
the promposal makes sense, and that's a way cuter word.
Because it's like
Hoko.
A prom. Like a wedding proposal. Like, when it's like a deal. But Hoko, there's also Coho, so coming home, which is basketball season, which is in like February, March.
Right.
So they got to do this again. And then prom comes around in like April. So anyway, so he was really cute. His girlfriend is a little bitty thing. And he did this cute sign that said, have to be this tall to say no to Hoko.
That's cute.
Yeah, and I helped him make the sign and all, and she's like not. He was on a stick, so I was like, look, if she's too tall for the sign, you could still lift it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the idea is that she's underneath the sign so that she can't say no.
That's really cute.
And then he gave her like a little necklace with his initial on it, with a B on it, which apparently she wanted. And I have a video of her like when he gave it to her. She is jumping up and down like a little frantic little thing going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's the cutest thing. And then she came and asked him with a sign that was like in Transformer print that was said, will you roll out to Hoko with me?
Adorable.
But what's funny is our friend's husband has a voice like Optimus Prime, and he was there when this happened. He drove her over, and he is on a video standing next to me going, Brady of Earth, will you roll out to Hoko with me? And it's so adorable.
Oh my God.
Brady is such a romantic, and I love it, and this girl is too, and so they're a good little pair right now.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's such a little romantic, and I love it and he asked me for help, and he wants me to help him get the outfit, so I have to go get the pants hemmed before. I know. I finally have because I don't have a girl to like dress up or share romance. He comes to me for advice, and I'm like, thank God I have one that cares about this kind of fun, frilly stuff.
Mason will when he meets the right person. I feel like
maybe I don't know that he'll ever think that I'm worthy of any advice.
I bet he would.
We'll see.
I bet it'll come with some age.
He did need my help a lot last year for Halloween, so I'm hoping I probably need to get on that right now because he gets very elaborate with his costumes.
My kids have not decided yet. They went to Spirit Halloween. They came home with a bunch of things that are supposedly Halloween costumes, but there's still a month to go, and it'll change.
If you let them wear it now, they will wear it out and they will want something else. Like Tucker, this happened to Tucker a few years ago. He ended up with 3 costumes.
Yeah. So right now we've got like a fall guy and a mermaid and a marshmallow.
That's cute.
So we'll see.
Tucker just wants to be a Transformer. I think he wants to be Optimus Prime. And I'm like, I wonder if I just let him make his costume out of like cardboard boxes and spray paint. I might just do that. Because I don't want to go buy like a plastic like face thing. Like I want to.
There's some really cool Transformer, like homemade Transformer costumes online that like there's tutorials for.
Oh, really?
And like some that
Will
actually
you make one for him?
Well, I still have 3 probably to end up making, but if
you're gonna have plenty of time.
If they end up doing store bought this year, then sure, yes, because I'll be at that point missing out on that fun.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like every once in a while we do store bought, and my mom gets so mad at me. She's always like, "I'm so disappointed. You made such fabulous costumes last year. Like last year he was Stranger Things, and Mason was Slipknot.
That was really cute.
I don't remember what Brady was. Brady's might have been store bought, but the other 2 I had to like create, which was fun because it was also like buying the pieces to it. It wasn't like I had to make Mason. What's my kid's name? Tucker. Tucker was 11 from Stranger Things, so I made him we shaved his head, which was like that's like 90% of that costume, and then I made him out of a headband.
Electrodes.
Yeah, the electrodes. I just took aluminum foil and wrapped them around and attached the aluminum foil on each side of a headband.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Super easy. And then we did we had to put the tattoo on him of the number. And what else? Oh, a hospital gown. And then we covered the hospital gown in blood. And then, of course, he wanted blood from every orifice. So his eyeballs, his ears, every nostril, like it's just running all over his face. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, but he does a really good, like the eye roll back thing. So it was pretty cute. But
I can't do that either. Apparently, I cannot control any individual features of my face.
I can't either.
I've never been able to.
I used to have a boy, I think his name was Gideon. I don't know why I know that. In like first grade, he used to flip his eyelids. Yeah, he used to love to freak the girls out doing that.
No, I remember kids who could do that. That was a no for me.
How do you even learn that? How do you even hey, let me stick my finger in my eyeball and see if I can flip something.
Inside out, Now, I was really glad last year that I made Riker's Halloween costume. He went as Bray Wyatt, which is a wrestler, and he just recently passed away.
Oh, no.
I know. It was really sudden and really sad. And Riker was so disappointed. I mean, obviously, it was like his idol. though y'all know already that Riker he wants to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And so this was tragic for him. But I was so glad that I gave in because I fought it because it was kind of a scary thing and we don't really do scary Halloween. And the mask didn't exist. You couldn't buy it because it was a brand new gimmick that this guy had just come out with.
Oh, wow.
So I had to like build the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of effort.
I mean, if anyone
But I'm really
could
glad I
do
did it
it,
now.
it'd be you.
Well, I did it justice, but I certainly didn't do it as
Yeah, but still,
amazing
I
as
still
the
think
guy
it's
who
better to do
created
that
it.
than do a store-bought or something. Like Mason last year, same thing with I've probably told this story already, but Slipknot, it was so cool because he wanted to be the drummer, Jay Weinberg from
that
Slipknot.
was so cool.
I don't know if I've told this story on here before, but
I think you have.
have I?
Yeah.
So it was just so cool because I got to introduce Mason to his hero because Kelly Osbourne's a friend of mine, and so she sent us the mask, which was a surprise for me and Mason, really, because I didn't know if it was actually going to happen. And then it just came in the mail, and so Mason did a little unboxing of it. And then, so I was putting together like the uniform. It had to be like this Dickies kind of. He wanted to do black. Sometimes Jay Weinberg wears red, but we got the patches for Slipknot. I had to put them in the right places. He had to get his nails painted, which our friend Martha Ann did. Some girl at school had like tatted up his arms. We had to get him the right wig, but then the mask is the whole thing for
Right.
Slipknot. Everyone has their own mask for that year, or at least that year, that tour. And so the mask came like 2 days before, and then Mason's very much about me not posting him without his approval.
Of course.
So in this case, he was like, I can't believe you posted it. You're not supposed to post that. You got to take it down. But Jay Weinberg posted underneath it.
And so suddenly it
That's
was
so
allowed
cool.
to stay.
Yep. He DM'd me and was like, hey, so cool that your son wanted to be me for Halloween. Like my wife and I are fans of yours. And I was like, hey, if you're ever in Nashville, let's get together. And he goes, yeah, I live down the street. And I was like, want to come over for barbecue on Saturday? He came over and Mason met. It's like when your kid dresses as Hulk and then you get to introduce him to the Hulk.
There's
or
ever
something.
going to be a perk to being a celebrity kid, it should be that.
Like you get to meet your heroes when
your hero's coming over to watch football and eat barbecue. Yeah. Like, what?
But then it's like, one of them's Iron Man, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, dude. I can't introduce you to Iron Man.
I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr.'s not in my
he's
DMs.
not in my, he's not on my.
Speaking of celebrity friends, so
yeah,
you've been getting a lot of messages about old dear Britney.
Some people out there think that I should kind of reach out and help Britney out. Yeah, her post about dancing with first of all
the knives.
The knives.
Girl.
I mean,
it's scary.
Yeah, I'm worried for her. Let me just say that. I don't know her anymore. For those at home that are like thinking that somehow I could step in, I have no way of reaching her, contacting her. I don't know that anybody does, to be honest. And if you can tell from her.
I mean, the last time we saw her was in like 2000?
Oh my gosh.
It's been 20 years.
Like 2005 maybe or something, like after like some American Music Award or MTV Award or something. I mean, during the time that we both had, so Drive Me Crazy was my movie, her song. The movie was named after the song because they want to put the song on the soundtrack. And I'm probably not allowed to talk about that. But
Whoopsie.
But anyway, so we were doing the video, we were promoting the movie, we were out there hosting TRL, we did something in Utah. I don't even know what we did in Utah. I think it was an MTV thing. But not only were we promoting like her song, her album, her video, because at the time music videos were huge,
right?
But also my movie, and we were just together everywhere. We were in New York, we were in LA,
So y'all were friends, but not like
but like work friends.
Yeah,
like
right.
where you
You'd
see
each
someone
other
a lot at work
stuff.
Yeah, she came on Sabrina, obviously, but
y'all weren't like talking on the phone or texting.
We didn't really have phones. I don't know if we had like real dedicated cell phones like that, but she wouldn't have been allowed to anyway. I think I had her assistant or her bodyguard's phone number, that kind of thing. There is the story about me like taking her out one night. I told her bodyguard we were going to my mom's house for lasagna, but we went to a nightclub instead, and I took her through the back door because I thought she should have fun like I do. Like I am a very like careful chaos person. Like, I really like would plan how many drinks I would have and what time I would go home so that I could be up for work the next day, and like schedule it out kind of like I can have 2 drinks and stay out till 1 if I'm going to get up at 6 and know all my lines for tomorrow, And she was a little bit younger than me. And so I do feel a little responsible for taking her to First Club, teaching her how to go through the back door, introducing her to promoters, that kind of thing. So, but nothing anyone else in Hollywood apparently wasn't doing at that age, but not that I needed to be teaching her that. But I did leave her there, which made me feel really bad. Like I should have taken her home, but she wasn't ready to leave. She wanted to hang out. She wasn't like partying or anything. She was just talking to people and having fun. I was out dancing. She was sitting in a booth, hanging out, getting attention from people her age. And anyway, so I don't know her anymore. I have had a weird dream about her where what happened? Like I ran into her in the dream and we talked about our kids. I did see her in Vegas in 2017 maybe. I went to her show and got to hang out with her backstage for like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But she barely seemed to remember me. And I said, isn't it crazy? We're both moms now. We're both so grown up. And she was like, yeah. And like, that was it. That was the conversation. I had more conversation with her assistant than with her. And so I don't know if she's just checked out, doesn't want to, be doing what she's doing anymore. It just seems...
I don't know. It seems scary.
I have no answers, but I'm concerned.
Yes.
And the knife thing, she said those are fake knives.
But you don't really have the ability to be the savior people want you to be.
No.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
I'm going to go knock on her door and be like, girl, what's going on?
You're not able to pick up the phone and call
I can't pick up
Britney.
the phone and call her. I can't call an assistant. I can't call an I don't even know who her
and she's
agent.
going through it. I mean, she's going through a divorce. Her kids have moved in with the husband, so it's just like bless her. Bless her heart.
I don't know what's going on with her family. There's like drama with her family. So I don't know what is going on with her. But I really hope that she
I know.
can sort
Did you
it
see that
all
picture
out.
of her niece that was out in the news this week? I guess Jamie Lynn, her little sister, her daughter is now 17 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Or a teenager. She was going to
So
homecoming this weekend. She was all dressed up and she looks just like Britney did
Really?
at that age.
Wow.
And so it was this big thing like, oh, her niece looks just like her and it's wild.
Oh, wow.
It was cute though. She's
I wonder
precious.
what kind of tailspin that might throw her into if there's someone out there who looks like her.
Yeah. Oh, and Jamie Lynn's on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that season's about to start.
We're not allowed. Well, no, it's a game show.
Yeah,
So we're allowed to talk
that
about
show's
that.
on. It's not Struck.
Okay. I just never know. You have to
and then
tell me.
I was supposed to do that show. I think it starts tonight. The snake oil salesman. Oh, it's not called that. It's called Snake Oil, the David Spade show.
Yes.
But I was asked to do that, but then I didn't get to do it. And I'm
they're not
really
sure you're funny enough.
I don't know. I think because they couldn't hire writers, so they wanted to make sure that people
Here's
could.
the deal that I know about Melissa. That you are funny enough. You're hilarious.
Well, so what happened with the show is like apparently it's about it's kind of like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
But with a celebrity that sits and holds the hand of somebody else who decides there's one person in there that's not a real salesman. And they're selling some ridiculous
They have to figure
pitch.
it out.
And they have to figure out which one's the snake oil salesman, right? And so, so apparently they did a test run of it and they said, ooh, it's not really working. We kind of need people that can like write their own thing. So that apparently was not me, but that's okay.
Well,
maybe someday
if
I'll
you get
do
the
it.
chance again, I think you would dominate.
If they have
at that.
writers on it, again, if they can figure out a contract or...
Yeah.
But speaking of the strike, it does look like it's kind of... The one part of the strike is winding down.
There.
One part of it. So the writers struck a deal with the AMPTP.
Say that 4 times fast.
Yeah, it took me a while to get that one. Something about movie producers, television producers, something like that. But they struck a deal. Now they have to put out what the writers have to put out. The guild has to put out to their people what is in that contract. Everyone has to vote to ratify it. If they ratify the contract, they come up with a new contract. They're done. Then they move on to SAG. Then the AMPTP will go hopefully negotiate with SAG. But SAG's going to see that WGA contract also. And I think then they'll try to decide, like, do we like their deal? Are we okay? Because they're probably going to bring us the same deal.
Right.
But of course they want different things because writers need one thing and actors need another.
So there will be some differences, but at least
There will be some differences, but maybe it'll be
major chunk will be the same.
similar enough. But I worry about having the Writers Guild contract out there first, that the SAG people might be like, no, this isn't good enough. So
Well,
I can't imagine
here's
that the writers,
thing.
I know, I can't imagine that the writers won't vote to ratify because usually if your union says it's good enough, you go with it, right? So if the union thinks it's good enough, I think the writers will probably go along with it. I can't imagine a world where they won't, but there is that fear that the writers will be like, nope, you didn't do good enough for us. Go back and try again. So we will see.
Well, I'm hopeful one day we'll get to review Barbie.
I know. I know. I've seen it twice. I can't talk about it.
I know. I have so much to say. The soundtrack, especially.
Yeah.
Oh, since we can talk about music, there is a song on the Barbie soundtrack that they redid the song. It's got to be from like 2001-ish. That
Aqua?
no, not the Barbie song. The Butterfly song. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
Oh, geez. Which, by the way, is not their original song. You know that's sampled from Red
Crazy
Hot.
Town.
But Crazy Town is sampled from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
That's a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. It's called Pretty Little Ditty.
Okay.
It's only instrumental. Crazy Town took it and made it a crazy, weird rap song.
Okay. Well, Gail, the singer, the like TikTok famous singer who did that A, B, C, D. Okay. So she made it into a song for the Barbie soundtrack.
Oh.
And I really feel like I should not love it, but I kind of love it.
So here's the thing I want to know about that, though, then. Who gets the not the
I'm sure they
residuals,
all
the
do. I'm sure that is
ownership
a
of it?
trickle down. I'm
Because
sure
the
you have to
lyrics
pay
are
for the
written by
licensing.
Crazy Town, but the music's
She changed the
written by Red
lyrics.
Hot Chili. Oh, so then maybe Crazy Town gets nothing in its dirty little ditty.
There are parts of the lyrics that are saying like 1 or 2 words per verse. So it still brings back that nostalgia.
Oh, so everybody's getting paid for this one.
I think everybody. It's
This is a little split down the middle.
like my memories of the song are mostly of my sister using it to embarrass the crud out of me in high school. She just lived for those moments where she could play like blaring explicit music in the most inappropriate places as loud as possible as she's like dropping me off.
Yeah.
So like we're talking about like the church parking
So this
lot.
is me playing Bye 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 when I drop Tucker off at school every day. I literally roll the window down. I'm like, bye, bye, bye.
That's amazing. I fully support that. But no, yeah. So she would pull up to like youth group and be blaring like Outcast or like that Butterfly
Rage Against the
song. Or,
Machine.
yeah, just the most inappropriate thing
F
you can
you, I
imagine.
won't do what you tell
Or pull
me.
up next to a grandma at a red light and it's just like,
This is what my
F-bomb, blah, blah, blah.
This is what my 17-year-old does now. I hear him pulling in. He like has his Dodge Ram and he's and you hear him coming down the street and the windows are down and everything's blasted. He tries to do it in my car too when he's driving me around. He's like, oh, wait, I got to blast it now. I'm like, because we're pulling in our driveway? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no. So she would do this to me. So most of my memories of that song are just pure embarrassment.
But now it's in the Barbie soundtrack.
But now it's like endeared to me because she's my best friend now.
Okay, so now you have to go on your way home today. I want you to listen to Pretty Little Ditty.
I will, because I didn't know that.
It's such a beautiful song.
I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I
Oh no,
didn't know
you'll
that.
love as like so you'll think of it as like a grown-up version of Crazy Town because it's like the pretty
You're a
part.
butterfly,
It's that, but it's that
sugar,
ding, yeah. It's that like, and it's with Flea. It's such a great little instrumental.
I
piece.
will listen.
It's only like 45 seconds long or something like that. It's a pretty short song, but they just sampled that and they just repeated it.
But I've had that and Lizzo's like, in pink goes everything.
I haven't listened to the soundtrack. I have to do that.
But pink just looks so good on
I have a reminder on my phone right now that I have to fix my Toto toilet.
Logan,
these
the
bidet
brain,
toilets
lives and dies by that Toto toilet. Best gift I've ever given in my life.
Oh my gosh, we bought a house with one, and it's the only place anyone will go number 2 because they like the bidet aspect of
My kids have not yet embraced the robo potty. It is a little like jarring when you walk in the bathroom and it's like, hi.
So my friend Soleil was the first one to have one. I stayed at her house. Once in LA, and I walked in the bathroom at night, but hers also has a nightlight. Mine doesn't have a nightlight. So all of a sudden all these lights come on, the thing opens up, the fan starts blowing, so it like aerates.
Yeah.
immediately. I was like, what the hell's going on?
I can't handle that the seat is always warm.
Oh, I like it.
It really bothers
I like it. I turned it off because I was like, I don't need to waste the energy on this thing. And one time I sat down on that cold toilet seat and I was like, no, I need the toilet seat warm. If I'm going to go to the bathroom in the middle, I don't care if it's blazing
You have
summertime.
bougie
I
booty.
want a warm
You need
tushy.
a warm spot to sit. No.
So I want to talk about something real quick because it is Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month and also Blood Cancer Awareness Month. It's so
Prematurity Awareness Month.
prematurity. There's also Suicide Prevention Awareness Month.
There's a lot of things to be aware of.
I think it's Alzheimer's Awareness Month also. So September's a big one, right? October we've got breast cancer coming up, but this one for pediatric cancer, there's a few amazing charities I want to highlight.
Let's do it.
I had a au pair for like a year when I was young. Me and my sisters. My mom couldn't handle all of us, and she did that Au Pairs in America thing.
Yeah.
And a woman came over from England. She actually fell in love with my uncle, and I thought they were going to get married. And I was so excited, but they didn't. And she ended up getting deported, which like such a bummer because I think we hadn't realized that she had overstayed the visa or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
So she went away with my uncle on a vacation out of the country and then she got whisked away from us. And I really never saw her again. Some of my family has kept in touch with her though. And I keep in touch with her. I just haven't seen her face to face. But she lost her son to childhood cancer years ago. And she has this amazing charity called Talon's Trust. Her son was named Talon. And she has this really amazing story on there of him and his life and the loss of him and how it's affected her and how she's fighting for childhood cancer. So that's one to look at is Talon's Trust. It's TALAN. And then another one is Max Love Project, which I think we've talked about like he rainbow loomed and he was on Jimmy Kimmel. And so the Max Love Project, I'm in touch with his mother and I think Max is doing pretty well, but that's just another great one to support. And then there's always Alex's Lemonade.
Yes.
That's a really good one. I did something with the Yankees years ago with that where we went to the lemonade stand and like a lot of New York celebrities kind of came together for Alex's Lemonade stand. And that's a really great one too. And then it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month too. So if you know a friend that might be struggling, reach out to them, maybe pass along the prevention hotline, and just keep an eye on your friends. Check on your friends these days. But it is spooky season, and we did start talking about fall. And are you one of these like spiced latte
pumpkin spice girl? Oh yeah,
I hate all that.
Here's the thing. I am not as much of a pumpkin spice fan as my husband is and my child.
Yeah, my husband is.
Riker and Logan are pumpkin spice guys. Like, they love it. Logan on Pumpkin Spice Day jumps out of the bed. It is a holiday to be celebrated.
I think I don't like cinnamon. Is it cinnamon? Because I don't like cinnamon.
No, well, I guess there is cinnamon.
It's nutmeg, isn't it?
Probably.
I'm not really a nutmeg girl.
It's all those things, allspice,
Yeah. See, I can't get into that.
Pumpkins.
And I don't like fall as a season because everything's dying. It's going to be, I love winter. I'm not afraid of winter. But I don't want all the brown stuff. I don't want it to clean up the leaves. I like the smells and the whole hashtag.
How can you love winter?
Weather.
Everything's dead and cold and cold.
Oh, but it's beautiful when it snows.
And cold.
And it's chilly. You can wear a nice jacket and bundle up by a fire. I love
You can do that in fall too. And guess what? Not die of frozen toes.
No. I take winter over fall any day. And like the whole like fall, like all this like photo. Do you know that I think it's Vermont or New Hampshire has now shut down for tourists? Because too many people are coming up there and trying to take pictures in the fall foliage. They're bringing changing
shut
booths
down for tourists?
Yeah, they're trying to like keep tourists away from certain areas. Because tourists are bringing like changing booths and changing their clothes for numerous photo shoots for social media. So if they see anyone on social media like doing, selfies and whatnot, they shut it down. They're like, get out of here. I don't know how they're monitoring that, but apparently they're trying to shut down the state for tourism for fall foliage stuff.
Isn't that like one of their biggest?
I know. Well, I would go there for apple picking or
everybody's
maple
going there
syrup tapping.
To see the leaves and the things.
We used to tap a tree. We did this thing in Connecticut. It was called tap a tree. And you pick your tree and you go and you tap it and you hang the bucket and then you get the syrup from it. And that was fun.
Have you seen, there's like a video on social media or somewhere and it's like talking about that, but it's like tap that sap up. And it's like the
no,
you
but
put a big bucket and you tap that sap up. It's so funny.
I could get into that. I love all those fall type things. I love like apple pie and apple cider vinegar or apple cider.
We already talked about fritters last week.
But yeah.
That's really what I'm here for.
But the Trey Kennedy and his whole like, you see him like, acting like a girl in the fall and that whole sweater weather. Or now I saw a shirt the other day that says MILF, but it's Man, I Love Fall. And I should get you that. But there's a meme that goes along with it. I forget who does it. Wait, I'm going to find it.
I had a sweatshirt.
It's so funny.
That my mother-in-law got me a few years ago. And it was like all the different spices. And at the bottom it was pumpkin spice. Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like
Your
scary, ginger, baby, sporty, pumpkin.
Wait, Man, I Love Fall shirt. Let me see. It's like a sweatshirt. And I'm going to find this. No, I'm not going to find this. All right. Well, I'll send it to you. Maybe I'll repost it. But it's so funny. It's like, it's Man, I Love Fall. And there's a meme that goes along with it. I can't think.
Well, in Nashville, like I said, we won't really get fall for a little while still.
I don't know. I saw a red tree today. There's some leaves in my pool.
90 degrees out.
I know. But I think it's dropping it enough at night that, this is what I learned with the maple. For those that don't know.
Tell us
for those
about
that didn't pay attention in biology. So the way a tree loses its leaves, so there's the sap, right? And the sap runs up and down, and the sap has the sugar in it.
The water pulls out and goes
but it's
down
also sugar
for the winter.
So the sugars go up into the leaves, and then that's what gives it the green. And then when it gets cold, kind of like men have shrinkage in a cold pool, right? Like all of the sugar and the water goes down into the ground. There were better examples for that. No, for some reason I always think of like men's the shrinkage episode of Seinfeld. When it gets cold at night, all the water and sap runs down into the roots to stay warm in the ground. And then if it's warm again, it'll go back up. So it goes running up and down. That's how you get the maple syrup from going up and down. But that's how the leaves end up turning orange and red and dying. Because it loses the sugar up there. And so then when spring comes and it starts to warm up and all the sap runs back up the tree.
Well, that's why when we had our hard freeze this year, we lost so many plants because it happened so quickly.
It happened in the leaves, right? The photosynthesis or whatever.
The water did not, like the temperature changed so quickly that the water did not have time to
drain
come out of the body of the plant and into the roots where it could be stored and stay warm.
There was no shrivel. It just
froze.
It just froze and burst the pipes. Good thing that doesn't happen to the men. Or does it? If you do like a cold bath after a workout, I wonder if there's like snappage instead of shrinkage. We've gone off the rails. Anyway, I will now do a dance.
Pictures are not good.
Wait, I'm going to check my little list.
Brain says, I think that's a good place to wrap up.
Wait, yeah, for sure. I want to talk about witchcraft, but we'll do that in another episode. Yeah, I think we're going to have some special guests in October.
Not like real witchcraft.
Not real witchcraft. Well, no, I want to talk about some things I learned about witchcraft while I was doing Sabrina. I learned very little about witchcraft, but I know a few things. Not that we're going to do witchcraft. I'm just going to tell you this.
I was going to say,
No, like things like fly off the handle. Phrases like fly off the handle.
Oh.
Or yeah, there's a few of the I'm gonna tell you a few things I read in some books when I first got the part of Sabrina. A lot of people gave me witchcraft stuff, books, pictures, things to hang up in my dressing room. I learned a few things, very little. There's like a few things I'll tell you guys about, but we're gonna do some special witchcrafty stuff coming up. So
I like it.
We just have some fun October appropriate guests. I think that will be coming by. Oh, what's his name? I wish we could have him.
I feel myself just.
Who's the dad from Edward Scissorhands? Who's
Brain
the thriller voice? What's his name? The one who Jonathan Pryce. Is it Jonathan Pryce?
I don't know.
Who does the hello? Like has that amazing voice, the Halloween voice. You know it. I also think it's on like Haunted Mansion. I think he's the same voice.
It's Vincent Price is who you're thinking of.
Vincent Price. Jonathan Pryce is an actor I am not a fan of. Don't want to talk about him, but I do want to talk about Vincent Price.
Okay.
Vincent Price is...
I don't think it was the Haunted Mansion guy, though.
I don't know. Yeah, it sounded... I was on the Haunted Mansion last week, and I was like, is this Jonathan... Oh, no, sorry. Is this Vincent
Definitely
Price?
not Jonathan.
Definitely not Jonathan, but it might be Vincent Price. But yeah, he's the thriller. He's the one who's like... And he always does the ha.
It's Paul Frees on the Haunted Mansion.
Really?
But Brain said really only he would know that. That's not like
I'm sure there's...
common trivia.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few guys that have that lovely haunted voice. I do love it.
I do love that.
Yeah. I like that kind of stuff about Halloween and fall, but I don't care about all the, like orange is just an ugly color. I'm sorry.
I look ill in orange.
Ugly. It's like the only color I can't pull off because my skin's too pink. I can't pull off orange. I mean, I kind of can, but I don't like to. Yeah, and then I'm surrounded by like Tennessee and Auburn, and it's just like orange everywhere.
As much as I love living in Tennessee, I cannot wear that color. I will not wear that color.
What did she say? That gaudy orange is not my color wheel.
It's not.
Yeah. It is a tough one.
It's really only in one person's, and it's our friend Hillary. She's literally the only person who can wear that color.
That's true. She can, because she's a little bit of an orange tone.
It works on her.
Yeah. I think you and I are too pinky.
I look ill.
Yeah.
Like all the color has been drained
because it takes the pink out of us. Yeah. We need to wear blues and pinks. Yeah. Well, I love you.
I love you too. This was
going to be October soon, so get ready.
I'm ready.
Say rabbit on the 1st. You always say rabbit on the 1st of every month?
No.
That's a superstition. You have to say rabbit before your feet touch the floor. Have you not looked at my social media? All my fans at home know this. Do you guys know this?
What is this?
Before your feet touch the floor on the 1st of the month, you say rabbit. I don't know why. Let's find out for next week.
I'm going to need a reason
we'll find out
I do such things.
No, but you just do it and you get good luck for the month. Yeah, it works. I usually post 2 rabbits on the 1st of the month.
You know what I do?
What?
I pray.
Well, I do that.
I'm like, hey, God, I'm going to believe that it's going to be.
I do that too, but
I'll throw in a rabbit at the end
I feel like my superstitions are for God. I'm sort of like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Rabbit. Does that work?
I don't think that works.
Damn. All right. I'm like, I'm going over train tracks, God. I'm thinking about you picking up my feet. Do you always pick up your feet when you go over train tracks?
No.
Oh, I've taught my kids this. Because like if you were in like a carriage and you were going over a train track, you're supposed to hold something metal, like a screw, like you used to have screws, you don't have them anymore, with like your visor. So you'd hold onto a screw and you'd pick up your feet. Because if you were in like a carriage, you might have got your feet stuck in the track and you have to hold the carriage together by holding a screw or something metal together so that it doesn't rickety like come apart as you go over the train tracks. Like you hold your breath when you go by a cemetery. No? Yeah? You don't hold your breath when you go by a cemetery?
No.
I don't know if that's so that you don't inhale the ghost or so you don't smell it. But basically, you're supposed to hold your breath so you don't like inhale a ghost and take it home with you, or so you don't smell the death when you go by a cemetery.
What?
Do you have any superstitions?
No.
Wow.
No, we
You're gonna
honk
work
the
on
horn
this.
in a tunnel for fun.
Well, you can't do that in New York because you will freak everybody out. So we never did that.
Oh, okay. There is one that, but I don't really think it's a superstition. I only do it really because my mom did it. That when she goes under a yellow light, she would
kiss the visor.
Yeah.
I used to do that. I don't do that anymore.
I just do that out of habit.
I did that a lot
because she did it.
I pick up my feet sometimes, even if I'm
have
going
no
over
idea what it
potholes. I pick my feet up because my brain recognizes it as a train track. Me and Mason do it all the time, and now I've gotten Tucker to do it. Brady refuses.
That is so.
But I've gotten my
interesting.
kids to like get.
No,
into my
I have no superstitions.
The other one is I really won't walk under a ladder. Black cats don't bother me because I had them cross my path for many years and it was successful. So, but the ladder thing is a real problem.
I think
our
Phelan
kitty cat's not on.
died.
Our
Well, he
little
was on earlier.
Neon dude has gone cat put. Get it? Get it?
I see what you
It's a
did
cat,
there.
You went cat put. All right. Till next week.
Rabbit,
Love you.
rabbit.
Rabbit, rabbit. Don't forget.